Hello, amazing people. My name is Shaz. Today I'm going to talk about a game-changing tool that is free to use that I leverage personally within my business to stay organized and give me clarity of mind, guys. Because when you have clarity of mind and you're decluttered up here, which is really important, you could do anything. Especially in your business, you have to stay organized, you have to stay focused, and this app helps me do just that. And again, it is free to start. All right, so let me hop right into it. Help if you need it. Shaz Automation on Instagram. Hit me up there. A lot of you guys have reached out to me. I've talked to probably 50 to 100 of you guys now. It's been awesome meeting everyone. Feel free to DM me, even if you have reached out already. DM me about your progress, successes, losses. I would love to win and lose with you guys, and most of all, learn with each other and make money together, guys. So hit me up on Instagram. Follow your boy if you hit me up there. And yeah, let's get to talking about this stuff, all right? So I'm gonna give you 2 seconds. A lot of you guys have already asked me for the software, so you might be able to guess it, and I'm giving it away a little right here. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to guess it. Guess it in the comments right now. Let's see what you got. A little awkward silence. Okay, guys, the platform is Notion. The platform is Notion. It's a billion-dollar company. You have probably heard about it. You might not actually use it, or you might be overwhelmed by it, but I'm going to break down what it is and why I use it to stay organized and how I leverage it to stay organized. All right, so it is a platform. Notion is a platform that really optimizes for project management, organization, and team coordination. All right, these are the three things that I personally focus on. Now, Notion does a whole bunch of other stuff, more complicated stuff, but I don't think you need to get there just now. Just stay organized and use Notion to do just that. All right, so I'm gonna go over the general use cases, like a bird's eye view of everything you could do, and then I'm gonna go over my personal use cases for Notion. All right, so just wanna start by saying it can be integrated. So if you are already on another software, or if you have a bunch of softwares, they could all feed within Notion or feed to Notion and send data in between the two platforms. Because again, it's a billion-dollar company. They have the tech and they have the resources to be able to integrate with a bunch of other solutions and softwares that are already out there in the industry. Make.com and Zapier could help you set something like this up. And again, it's really powerful because you can send data from one platform to Notion and basically store it there so you're organized. All right, so that's a really big selling point on Notion for me, and it's free, so you could use it just like that. Now, in terms of project management, which is one of the things that Notion really helps me with, you could go over project overviews within the app, client onboarding within the app, and also project info/documents. Now, for project overview, right, you can have all of the documents in one place. You could have easy access to the documents, and you could share it with a team, with your team or the client. All right, I cannot stress how important it is to have all of your documents for one client in one place, guys. Don't just have it floating around on your desktop computer. Have it in one single place. So whether you sent them a Google form, whether they sent you a spreadsheet, you don't want to have those on two different accounts. Just put it in Notion so everything's in the same place. So 2 months down the line, when something goes wrong with that client, you could go back to their file and see everything. All right, so make sure you get that done. That is how Project Overview works within Notion. That's how I'm using it for. Okay, now if you don't know where to start with Notion before going to some of the more advanced stuff, go to Notion, sign up for a free account, okay? Just go to their templates. The reason I'm not actually pulling up Notion right now is because I have so many client documents in there that I do not want to clear out to give this demo, so I'm not going to. But just go to Notion. It's very easy to follow. You guys are my age. You're tech savvy. You're smart people. Figure it out, guys. You got it. Like, just go to Notion, pick a template. What I do personally when I get to a template that I like, I delete 95% of it, just highlight it, delete 95% of it, and then just start with one line and build it from there. The templates do get pretty advanced, so just be aware. Pick a very simple one and build off of it, right? It's a very easy to use interface, which is again why I like it. So you can pick it up, no problem. Go to their templates, delete a lot of it, and then start from scratch right there and build out what you need, all right? Now, in terms of onboarding, a lot of you guys asked me about onboarding, what the process is. First of all, if you're worried about onboarding, I hope you have clients in the pipeline. Don't worry about onboarding if you don't have any clients. Go see my outreach video. Get a client first, and then worry about onboarding, right? Don't struggle with onboarding if you have nothing else going on, all right? So anyways, with onboarding, you could summarize information within Notion, and you could instantly do that, which I'll show you in a second. And then you could send or share the information, which is all automated. Now, what I'm trying to say right here is you could set up something like this within Make.com. By the way, if you do Make.com or Zapier integrations, hit me up on IG. I need someone to build some stuff out for me, and I would love to work with you. But anyways, a webhook can be triggered, which is specifically an action within a website or a software, and that could trigger something that gets saved into Notion. Now, this is for leads, right? So it's a little bit different, but this could be for project management or for onboarding as well. right? So a webhook is triggered, whatever that is, and then Notion summarizes it, right? It creates a database item and it updates the database with that item, and then it can even send an email, right? Same with this, right? If the lead is new, if the lead exists, right? There's so many different pathways that you could have, but this is just something I had on hand to sort of break it down for you. Essentially, it just goes in the order in which it happens, in which the titles or the inputs are placed on, right? So I hope that makes sense. I don't know if I explained it too clearly, but Notion is integratable within these platforms. So essentially, think of a client clicking on a form. As soon as they hit submit, it gets submitted to Notion, it gets summarized, it gets added to the client database, and you could even send them an email with everything, or an email to your team on Slack, or literally just email with everything. All right, so I hope that makes sense. And it's all automated, guys. You don't touch a thing. You don't want to be in here doing this manually. If it takes an hour of your time, that's bad. All right, so that's how powerful it is, especially for something like onboarding, okay? Now, in terms of organization, you could have all of these things in there. Your SOPs, your standard operating procedures. Those are like what your business does and how you do it. Your scripts for selling, your templates, whatever that may be to you. It's pretty obvious. You could have it all saved, tagged, summarized, outlined in Notion. All right. Now, you can also have what I call data logs, which are for meetings and follow-ups. This is probably my biggest use case right now for Notion is meetings and follow-ups, or you could call it a data log. It's just a term I coined. All right. Now, for meetings or follow-ups, I record all of my meetings and I put them in Notion, and I just started doing this recently, which is why I'm bringing you guys this video, because it works for me. All right. So I place all of my calls in Notion at the date, the name and the date of when I took these calls, and then a summary of this call. You can use Firefly's AI to summarize your actual meetings, but within these single tabs, so if you actually go to my Notion page, you could click on it. It would have a pre-meeting notes, post-meeting notes, most important takeaways, and all of the other supplementary information that I should know about that meeting. So if the client says, hey, we met 2 weeks ago and we talked about this, I can call out BS on that, or I can confirm that, right? Because I have the data to back it up. All right, so you guys want to stay organized so you know what could come up and you're prepared for any situation. All right, so that's how I use what I call the all meetings tab on Notion. Now, follow-ups is something that I do because I really get overwhelmed with my outreach and stuff like that, right? Guys, I've had situations before while I'm doing outreach, someone is interested, and I just simply forgot to follow up with them because I'm dealing with other new leads, other testimonials I got to grab and stuff like that. So you want to stay organized, and this is how I sort of categorize it by what's urgent, what do I have to follow up on, and then if I completed the follow-up, I just move on. So just make sure you're following up with people at all times, no matter what it is, because life gets busy, stuff piles up. You don't want to miss someone that is willing to buy your service. So I keep all of the clients, the potential clients, the people I want to network with, I keep them all in a Notion database like this and tag them with how urgent I should follow up, just to make sure I do follow up with them in case I could either make money or make a connection with them. All right, so make sure you're following up with every single person you come across within this space. It's crucial to not miss out on sales and just miss out on knowledge, okay? Now, team coordination, this is also very important. Some of you guys have teams out there. I don't know. I do have a team. I have a few people that I work with. So you could add team members to Notion, and you could share Notion documents externally and internally. And again, it's a simple, clean design. So if you have like a sales rep, they don't need to know tech. They could literally look at everything. It's very user-friendly, and they can go through it and see everything. All right. So if you go to Notion and you create a document, there will be this in the top right corner. You could share people, right? Invite only. So you can invite them to the actual Notion document. And this is really cool. You could publish your Notion document to the web. So you could literally use it as a landing page or as a testimonial site, guys. I might make a whole nother use case video on that once I set it up myself. We could publish to the web. So now that Notion link is live to the whole internet. So you can send it out to anyone and they could see it. And again, Notion looks very clean. So it's a great user experience for either a client if they're seeing it or an internal team member if they see it. All right. That's why I mentioned it could be external, so for the client to see, or an internal solution for your team to see. That's the beauty of Notion. It works both ways, okay? Now, the keys that for this specifically is team organization, data storage, and simplicity. Guys, I cannot emphasize how important team organization and simplicity are. Like, once you have things going, things get busy, people are on different pages, not everyone is really on the same page sometimes, and you have to be organized or all hell will break loose. That was me a few weeks ago. Now I'm getting better at organization. I'm still not perfect. If you have tips for me, I would love to learn, but being organized is truly a key that a lot of people underestimate within building a business. Okay. Now, again, my main use case is organization, guys, especially with the follow-ups and the meetings. All right. I have a database of all that stuff, which I think is really cool and something I needed to build out for myself to keep me organized. Right. So be organized. That is the whole message of this video. So stay organized, guys, because when shit hits the fan and you're not organized, you will literally quit in some cases. Like if you're not good at handling stress, you'll be so stressed out with all the things going on, all the clients sending you questions and everything. You'll be like, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. Like that's how bad it can get when you're not organized. All right, just think about your regular life. If you're not organized, you're just more stressful. All right, so become organized and use Notion to do so. All right, time saved is money made. Right, if you have to do this stuff manually, right, instead of just looking on the Notion database and picking it out, the client says, hey, 2 weeks ago, I talked about this. You could go in and within 2 minutes, you could find that conversation and confirm or deny that claim from the client, right? If not, you're screwed if it's a call, right? If it's a text message, you have to go on your phone, scroll all the way up, read everything. Guys, if that takes 15 minutes, that's not good. Time saved is money made, guys. Every single minute, every single second counts within business. You have to make the most of your time. Notion is a free tool, so no excuses to help you save time by being organized. Okay. By the way, just want to drop this in here. If you guys are still working on your business, do it. I call it grind to one client. Grind to one client. Feel how good it feels to actually get paid for a service and then go from there. Just get a client is what I'm saying, guys. You could do it. Don't give up. It took me months to get my first client, so keep on going. And if you need help, DM me at Shiles_automation. What other videos do you guys want to see? I still got to go over a niche and a few other things, but I'm going to wrap it up here. I just wanted to show you how important Notion is, and the whole takeaway is to stay organized before it's too late. All right. I hope this helped you out a lot, and I will see you guys on the next video, and hopefully I will see you on my Instagram page where we could chat up about business and other ways to automate your business. All right. Take care.